Boldwood presents Keeping the Score, written by Kelly Jamieson and read by Davis Brooks and Ina Marie Smith. Chapter 1. Ford. "You're not done! More! More!" Sweat stings my eyes and my muscles burn. I hop laterally onto my left leg, bending that knee, and touch my right knee to the mat. Then the opposite. One side, then the other. "Explosive!" Victor yells. "Explode!" up from the mat. I push harder. "Faster! Motherfucker!" I'm dying. "Two more!" Hop, bend, explode. Hop, bend, explode. "Last one!" "Oh, fuck, yeah." I finish, my legs trembling like cranberry sauce that just slid out of a can. I drop onto the floor, flat on my back, arms spread wide. "You're trying to kill me," I gasp. Victor, the evil fucker, laughs. "And you're paying me to do it." I huff out a laugh too, staring at the ceiling of the Long Island warehouse that holds Victor's training facility. He's not wrong. I'm paying him a lot. The faster you are, the more coordinated you are, the more shutouts you get. I get lots of shutouts. I smirk. "How many last season?" 6. "What's the most an NHL goalie has ever gotten in a season?" Fuck. He knows I know this. "George Hainsworth, 22. Uh-huh. He crosses his arms and grins. "Something to work towards." That was in 1929. Still, lots of goalies have gotten more than 6 in a season. I can do more than 6 this season. I was proud of 6 shutouts last season. It was the most in the league, and I only played about half the games. Damn him. "Cocky bastard." I grin. Just confident. He nudges my leg with the toe of his running shoe. "Okay, we're done for today. Go eat some protein and hydrate." I've been coming here 5 days a week for the last 3 months. Pretty much the whole off-season after our playoffs ended in May. Victor trains elite hockey players. I'm not the only one here, but I'm the only goalie. Victor has his own unique philosophy about training. He watched me play and analyzed my biomechanics and movement patterns, and designed a program specifically for me. We've been working on it all summer, and now it's only a few weeks until training camp starts. I swear he's rewired my brain, in a good way. I roll over and climb to my feet as a woman walks into the gym. She's pretty and blonde and carrying a baby on her hip. She waves at Xander, one of my training companions, just coming out of the locker room. He breaks into a big smile at the sight of his wife and baby. "Hi, Sage." I've met Xander's wife a couple of times. "Hi, Ford. Looks like you've been working hard." "Oh, yeah." Sweat is dripping off me. I stop near her and look at the baby. "How's the little guy?" Shit, I can't remember his name. "Good. He's getting so big. Want to hold him?" "No." I take a quick step back. "That's okay. I'm all sweaty." I give the baby a fake smile. "Hey, kid, do you like sharks?" The baby gazes back at me with a tiny wrinkle between his eyes. "Sharks?" Sage laughs. "What?" I shrug. "I like sharks. They're fascinating. Did you know they can't swim backwards?" I asked the kid. "And they don't usually want to eat humans. They just want to taste to see if it's anything good." The baby's bottom lip pushes out. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. Then his mouth opens and his eyes squint up. Wah! I blink at him now. Wow, he can really yell loud. "Oh, no, Leo, shh." Sage bounces him and tries to comfort him. He continues to wail loud enough to pierce eardrums. "Shh, it's okay. There are no sharks here." She casts me an unhappy look. "Let's go." Xander frowns at me and follows his wife out of the building. Yikes. The kid can't understand about sharks, can he? I was just jabbering. Oh well. I shake my head and head to the locker room to change and head home. Babies never like me. Kids do sometimes because I'm fun, but it doesn't matter. I don't want kids or a wife. I don't need anyone else in my life. My work is my life. My condo is in Hoboken, a nice place in a trendy neighborhood. I park in the underground garage and ride the elevator to the 7th floor. There are only 2 units on each floor, which is a bonus. I walk into my place and hang my keys on the hook near the door where I always hang them, then head to the kitchen. I left my planner on the counter there, and I sit on a stool and look it over. I still have to meditate and do my eye exercises, and eat dinner. This morning, I did a load of laundry before I left, but I have to put it all away, and I've scheduled cleaning the fridge for today. I decide what order I'll do things in, and then get busy. Dinner is leftover tahini lemon chicken that I grilled yesterday, along with a salad. No cucumbers, half an avocado. I guzzle down water while I prepare it. I like meditating on the rooftop deck of the building, when the weather cooperates. It's a nice late summer day, so I go up there with my yoga mat, dressed in my white taekwondo dobok, pants only. It's warm up here. This is a nice spot with lots of shrubs and plants in natural wood planters. Peaceful. There's a gas barbecue and patio furniture, but I'm usually the only one up here. I roll out my mat onto the wooden deck and get myself comfortably seated. First, I focus on my breath. Then, I do a body scan. Yeah, I'm sore. But it feels good. It feels like I accomplished something. Like I'm getting stronger, better. Breathe. I think about my goals. To be the best goaltender. To be the #1 goaltender for the New Jersey Storm. I've been part of a goaltending tandem for the last 3 seasons. But this year, I want to be the #1 goalie. Everyone knows I'm better than Pavel Bendik. I should be getting most of the starts. This past summer, I worked my perfectly shaped ass off to make myself even better. Breathe. How do I feel about my goals? Pressure, excitement. Right now, I feel positive, challenged. I can do it. I will do it. After my meditation, I do some eye-strengthening exercises to help me track the puck, looking side to side, up, down, diagonal, without moving my head. What on earth are you doing? Standing off to the side is Andi Marsh, my next-door neighbor, the woman who lives in the other condo on my floor. She's watching me with wide-eyed amusement, on the verge of outright laughter. There was a time in my life when that would have stung me. Now, I just go with it. If you're going to be weird, do it with confidence. I didn't hear you come out here. I push up to stand. Clearly. She dissolves into giggles, almost doubling over. That looked so weird. I don't care. I smile back at her. I'm strengthening my eye muscles. Okay. She looks good. Better than she did a year ago after her dickwad of a husband cheated on her and left her. I run my gaze over her, taking in her messy dark blonde hair, brown eyes dancing with mirth behind big tortoiseshell glasses, and wide, inviting smile. She's wearing a loose white shirt and cut-off denim shorts. Yes, my eyes might linger on her long, smooth legs. You must have had Lucky Charms for breakfast today. She blinks. What? Why? Because you look magically delicious. Her lips quirk, but she rolls her eyes and shakes her head. That is so bad. I grin. But true. So what's up? I need a favor. I groan with exaggerated dismay. Another one? I'm just razzing her. She doesn't ask me for many favors, and when she does, I always agree. I've never been able to say no to her. That makes it sound like she takes advantage of me, and she totally does not. I know it bugs her when she needs help with something. Sometimes I step in and offer to help before she asks because I know she'll break her brain trying to put IKEA furniture together before she'll admit she needs help. After her divorce, she bought a new bed and built it herself. The next morning, it collapsed with her on it. I teased her about headboard banging sex, but I knew she was alone, and I grabbed an Allen wrench and got to work so the slats were right side up, while definitely not thinking about how I was making her bed safe for headboard banging sex. I'm a selfish asshole, focused on one thing and one thing only: my career, especially this year. But even a selfish asshole like me has some compassion. There's something about Andi that makes me want to keep an eye out for her. It was hard seeing how low she was after her marriage ended, when she's usually so cheerful and spirited. And she's a single woman used to having a man around. Is that sexist? Probably. I don't give a shit. I'll watch out for her, since Trevor the Tool screwed her over. I can't believe I was friends with that guy. Fuck him. I am still friends with Andi, however. Yes, she's a woman. Yes, I'd fuck her on the nearest available surface if she gave even a hint she was interested, which she has not. But I don't have time for romantic crap. Anything more than hookups leads to plans, obligations, and responsibilities I don't want. And this one's huge. She flashes an entreating smile. That's what she said, I smirk. She craps up laughing again. Okay, I need a date for the awards dinner next week. Right. She told me she's been nominated for some award by some business association. Are you finally asking me on a date? I grin. You're single now. I'm single. Coincidence? I think not. I always make jokes like that. She knows I'm not serious. We're just friends. It's not a real date. I just don't want to go alone. Elodie was going to come with me. She names her friend. But she got word she had to go to Dallas next week on business. What about all those men you smash and dash? She frowns. Ew. Hit and run? Screw and shoe. I pause, thinking. Ride and hide? Jesus, you make it sound so sleazy. No judgment here, Marsh. I shake my head. I don't blame you for getting back on the horse. No judgment, because I'm the same. Hit it and quit it. Like you're any different, she lifts an eyebrow. I shrug. I don't deny it. So, can you come with me? Ugh, I do almost anything for her. But it's getting close to training camp, and I'm really trying to stick to my plan, my schedule. What day is the dinner? Thursday. The season hasn't started, she adds cajolingly. It hasn't, but my work has. Thursday is the night I clean my floors. She bites her lip in an adorable yet hot way. I know. She gives me an apologetic smile and blinks her long eyelashes at me. Oh, hell. Maybe you could do that a little earlier that day. I don't know. I have training most of the day. Maybe you could do it Friday. I consider that. At length. The last thing I want to do is go to an awards dinner where I'll sit around eating rubber chicken with people I don't know. I also despise changing my schedule. Maybe. What do I get in return? She taps a forefinger to the center of her chin and looks skywards. Cute. How about my special beer meatballs? She made those for me once before, and I love them. The meatballs are cooked for hours in equal parts ketchup and beer. It sounds gross, but it's really delicious. Apparently, her mom used to make them. I sigh. More food? When are you going to start trading sexual favors? Again, she laughs at my cheesy flirting. Fine, I say. I'll do it. Wait, did I just agree to it? The words somehow popped out of my mouth. God damn it. Thank you. She claps her hands together, and her relief and glee make my heart trip. I really appreciate it. You know I'm here for you. I know. She beams a smile. Do I need to wear a tux? Do you even have a tux? Of course I have a tux. Once a year, I wear it for some charity event that the team puts on. Oh, okay. Well, no, it's not that fancy. A suit is fine. Okay. Wait, do you have a normal suit? I give her an offended look. What does that mean? My suits aren't normal? Please, you dress only slightly tamer than ASAP Rocky. That's an egregious exaggeration. I have never worn a kilt. True, just please don't wear that red plaid suit. I love that suit. I know. It would be great for a Christmas party, but this is an awards dinner. I don't know, Marsh. If you want me to do you a favor, I don't think you're in any position to criticize my wardrobe. You're right, she nods, abashed. Wear whatever you want. I can tell she doesn't mean that. The leopard print jacket is pretty sick. It looks great with black pants. She nods, feigning enthusiasm. I laugh. Okay, what time should I pick you up? We live next door to each other. I'll meet you at the elevator at 5:30. I'll call an Uber. Okay, I'll be there. Thank you, again. Are you done with your, eye strengthening exercises? Yeah, but I'm going to practice some Taekwondo patterns. Okay. She hesitates, her eyes dipping to my bare chest. Okay, I'll leave you to it.
Chapter 2. Andi. In the divorce, I got the condo, the Le Creuset cookware, and Ford Archibald. Yes, Ford is a person and can't really be considered part of our divorce settlement, but in my mind, he's mine. A friend. He was our friend, but now he's my friend. Unlike most of the other friends me and my ex-husband shared who deserted me before the ink was dry on the final judgment of divorce. Ford and I have known each other for a few years, since my ex-husband and I moved into this building and next door to Ford. Ford and Trevor are both pro athletes, Ford playing hockey, Trevor baseball. They connected over that, but because their seasons were so opposite, Ford was around more when Trevor was away on road trips. It was nice having someone close to help out when my bedroom doorknob broke, or I needed help moving the stove so I could clean under it, and Trev wasn't there. Now, Trev is gone for good, having dumped me for another woman. I go into my condo and close the door behind me. I was tempted to stay up there and watch Ford do his martial arts exercises, or whatever they're called. I've watched him before, barefoot and bare-chested, wearing loose white pants that sit low on his hips, bare back rippling with smooth skin over tight muscle as he moves. And the intense look of focus he gets on his face is mesmerizing. Not only is he ripped, but he's a very good-looking man, with vivid green eyes, carved cheekbones, and perfect dark beard stubble. He's lean and powerful, and his workouts are an erotic show of control and sensuality. My mouth goes dry remembering. I've seen him kick a leg up so high and straight, I winced with a sympathetic pull in my inner thighs. Once, I held pads for him to practice his kicking and ended up with bruises up and down my arms. That man can kick hard. Anyway, I got my nerve up and asked him to be my date at the dinner, and he said yes. I already told him that I've been nominated for Best Branded Series Campaign by the East Coast Digital Marketing Association. I'm super pumped about it. I really want that award. I really want to show my asshole ex-husband and his new girlfriend how good I am and what he's missing out on. I also want to show the digital marketing world that I'm succeeding at starting my own business. I don't want to be at the dinner alone. I still haven't decided what to wear to the awards dinner. Elodie took me shopping the other day, and I bought 3 new dresses. 3. Craziness. After my divorce, when she got tired of me schlepping around in joggers and old t-shirts, she gave me a makeover, and I willingly participated since my self-esteem had taken a hit. I got new hair, new makeup, new clothes, and a new social life, as Ford alluded to earlier in his crude way. It's fine. Trevor was my college boyfriend. We got married young. I never really had relationships with other men, and now I'm single, Why not? I've been having fun learning how to flirt and hit on men. Men are fun. Except Trevor. Bastard. I open my closet and pull out one dress. This midnight blue one-shoulder dress is sexy, but probably not right for a business function. Maybe I should just wear a suit. Nah, I don't want to be that businesslike. I can look a little sexy. This gray sheath is form-fitting and flattering. I really like it. It's a safe choice. This red dress, though? Wow. Do I have the nerve to pull it off? It's a lot more attention-grabbing than I'm used to wearing. Trevor would be surprised. But who cares about him? How about the guy I'll be with? Would Ford like it? Why am I thinking that? I don't need to impress Ford. I should be worried about impressing my clients and colleagues in Haven fucking Gray. Or maybe I shouldn't be worried at all about how I look. I should be more concerned with the smarts and skills that got me this award nomination. I could go to the dinner in a burlap sack tied with a rope and a boatload of confidence. But a little help from a nice dress never hurts.
Chapter 3. Ford. How did I get myself into this again? Oh yeah, Andi. Here I am in a suit and tie, ready to go to an awards dinner where I will know nobody, except Andi, of course, and listen to boring speeches. And I'm edgy about not getting my cleaning done. I keep thinking about it. It's important to get it done. Thinking about it makes my skin itch. I take a deep breath. I know it's a cognitive distortion that not getting my laundry done is a catastrophe. I know how to challenge that thought. My therapist will be proud of me for questioning myself. The world won't end if I don't wash my floors today. I'm holding myself to an unreasonable standard. I can do this, especially for Andi. I'm even wearing one of my tamer suits tonight, navy blue with brown brogues. I had to add some fun with my shirt, red and blue paisley, and a solid red tie. I don't care what people think about how I dress, but even a selfish prick like me knows tonight is about Andi. At least my hair looks good. I grab my phone, wallet, and keys and head out, and stop dead in my tracks upon seeing the woman standing at the elevator. I guess I've never seen my neighbor like this before. After a rough few post-divorce months, when every time I saw her she was wearing baggy sweats or pajamas, she's been looking better. She mostly works from home and dresses in casual clothes. She also volunteers at an animal shelter and wears jeans and t-shirts for that. She has a banging body when it's not shrouded in sweats, and tonight, that body is unmistakable. She's not just a snack, she's a whole goddamn meal, and I am here for it. I mean, as a friend. The sleeveless red dress hugs her curves, and when she turns to face me, the front of the dress is wrapped across her, leaving an opening above the knees that reveals those absolutely stellar legs. Her pouty lips match the color of the dress, my favorite color. Her glasses are absent, showing off tawny brown eyes and long eyelashes. Her caramel-colored hair doesn't look much different. It's always in a loose, wavy style that brushes her shoulders. But the whole package is giving Little Caesar's pizza, hot and ready. Hi. She smiles and gives me an up and down look that I might think is checking me out, except for when she says, "Thank God you're not wearing the plaid suit." I heave a sigh. "You have no faith in me." She grins. "Of course I do. I'm just kidding." "Bust my balls, sure." I smooth a hand over my lapel. "I look great, and you know it." "I suppose." "You also look decent," I say with a quick appraising look. That isn't necessary because I already took in every detail of her appearance. "Decent. Thanks for that effusive praise." I grin and push the elevator button. "You'd look even better in my bed." "Oh my God," she rolls her eyes. And it's cute. "How's my hair?" I tilt my head. She studies it. "It looks fine." "Fine." I shake my head. It's perfect tonight. I may have a slight obsession with my hair. The car arrives out front of the building, just as we do, and I open the back door and help Andi get in, getting a flash of leg as a reward. It's about a 25-minute drive to the hotel in Midtown Manhattan, where the dinner's being held. "There's something I have to tell you," she says on the way, as I try to ignore the scent of her perfume that fills the car. Sweet, almost caramel, with a light flowery note as well. Sexy. "Okay, what is it?" She presses her lips together briefly, then says, "Trevor is going to be there tonight." "Oh," I pause. "Why?" "His new girlfriend is in the business." Right. I remember hearing this when they split up. Andi actually worked with the woman Trevor left her for. So fucking shitty. She nibbles her bottom lip. "So, I really appreciate you coming with me." Yeah, now I get why she didn't want to go alone. Seeing her ex with a new woman has to suck. Free dinner and drinks is never bad. I don't think the drinks are free. We're not rich professional athletes." "Damn. Well, I hope you have your credit card." She gives me a chiding look. "Yes, I do." Like I'll let her buy me drinks. I assume she makes good money. Condos in our building aren't cheap. She has a nice car and works a lot. I sort of understand what she does, but not really. Some kind of online marketing work. She started her own business shortly after Trevor cheated on her, working out of her home mostly. And now she's nominated for an award, so she must do well. She can probably afford to buy me a few drinks. But that's not happening. Once we've been dropped off in front of the hotel, we take the elevator to the 5th floor where the dinner's being held in one of the ballrooms. The room is subtly lit by a fancy chandelier hanging above the round tables topped with flower arrangements. Once inside, Andi stops and greets people with smiles. It seems like she knows everyone, getting congratulations on her nomination. She introduces me, and I smile and shake hands with people I'll never see again. Some of them recognize my name, and their eyes widen. One guy wants to have a whole conversation about the upcoming season for the New Jersey Storm, but I manage to disengage and follow Andi. We're at table 12. Andi peers at a sign on one table. "Oh, right there." "Who are we sitting with?" She gives me the lowdown on the dinner companions she knows. "There's the bar." She points to the end of the room where people mill about an elegant glass and chrome bar with illuminated shelves and bottles behind it. We both order glasses of red wine, and I nudge her aside and tap my card to pay for them, ignoring her thwarted pout. "Thank you," she says with a crooked smile, "but I owe you for this." "Cheers." I touch my glass to hers and move away from the bar. We pause at a small high-top table by a window. Andi keeps looking around the room, clearly uneasy. I want to make her feel better. "You're obviously going to win tonight. Do you have an acceptance speech prepared?" She presses her lips together and meets my eyes. "No, I was afraid to jinx it by preparing." "I didn't know you were superstitious." "Not like you." She tilts her head. "I've never met anyone as superstitious as you." "Thanks. That wasn't a compliment." I laugh. "Oh, I thought it was." "Superstitions are irrational." "True." "So you know that, but you still act on them?" "Yes." I drink more wine. "They serve a purpose." "Like what?" "Why did you not prepare a speech?" "Because," the small furrow between her eyebrows deepens, "I said I didn't want to jinx winning." "But why? Did it make you feel better?" She tilts her head. "Yeah, I guess. You're probably nervous about the award. It helped you deal with that. It gave you a sense of control." She purses her pretty red lips. "Right. That's why superstitions are always about something we're insecure about or afraid of, something we don't have control over." Also true. I don't have control over the award." "Exactly. There's a lot in life we don't have control over," which pisses me off, but I'm working on it. "Yeah, But I want to control it. I smile. Don't we all? I'd like to control every shot that comes at me so I can block it, but that's not how it works. And not having that control creates anxiety. She looks at me searchingly as she lifts her wine glass to her lips, then says, "You get anxious about games?" We've known each other for a while, but our friendship is pretty casual. We've never had a conversation like this. Sure, nerves are normal. You have to learn how to use them to your advantage. Nerves are normal. Anxiety is a normal reaction to stress. I learned that from the therapist my parents made me see years ago, when they got concerned about how stubborn and obsessed I was about having a routine, how I got so focused on hockey to the exclusion of everything else. I think they were worried about a neurodevelopmental disorder. And maybe I do have a disorder, but it was never bad enough that it was diagnosed as that. I did a bunch of cognitive behavioral therapy and talk therapy. I got medication for anxiety and learned why I needed so much routine and structure. Also, I add, superstitions can enhance performance. She bites her lip and her eyes dance. Are you talking about athletic performance or sexual performance? Damn, I respond to her playful question with a smile. I'm not superstitious about my sexual performance. Oh, okay, I get it. Confident in the sheets, anxious in the crease. I burst out laughing. Hey, that was good. She grins. Thanks. Although I'm not anxious in the crease, I'm the net ninja. She bites her lip on a smile. Okay then. But seriously, there is evidence that the psychological benefit of reducing anxiety can improve performance. I lift one shoulder. Even little things like saying good luck or break a leg. She nods, lips pouting thoughtfully. Interesting. And then, if it works, you don't want to tempt fate by not doing it anymore. So that's why you have so many? They work for you? I nod. Of course, my natural talent and hard work help too. Of course. She tucks her tongue into her cheek. I seem to have distracted her from her nerves. The lucky socks? Those work? Well, even if they don't hurt anything. It's easier to wear the lucky socks than take a chance on things going horribly wrong. Sure, but could it get to the point where superstitions can become a fixation? Could it actually interfere in your life? Ugh, nailed me on that one. I shift my gaze across the room. Sure, it could happen. That would be terrible if you missed a game because you couldn't find your lucky socks. She says it with amusement, but it's not really funny. Terrible, I agree uncomfortably. So, you don't have any superstitions? Well, I do always make sure my bra and panties match. Oh, Jesus. My tongue sticks to the roof of my mouth. She immediately regrets saying that, I can tell. Her eyes dart around. What color are they tonight? I ask, trying for a smooth operator and not a drooling dork. Never mind. Hi, Andi. A woman approaches us with a bright smile. I immediately sense Andi tensing up, but she smiles too and turns to greet the woman. Her smile freezes, though, when she takes in the woman's pregnant belly. Oh, no. Is this Trevor's new girlfriend? Look at you, the woman says to Andi. You look so nice when you make an effort. My face stiffens. I set my hand on Andi's mid-back and gently rub. Thank you, Andi says, as if it were a real compliment. Haven, this is Ford Archibald. Ford, this is Haven Gray. We used to work together at Design Edge. Haven turns her attention to me, eyes widening. Ford Archibald? You play for the Storm. I do. I smile and shake my head. Nice to meet you. Oh, wow, this is amazing. Andi. She slides Andi an arch look. I heard you have a hockey player neighbor. Yep, this has to be the girlfriend. So where's Trevor? Oh, There he is, walking towards us across the room, carrying 2 glasses. He's first looking at Andi in her sexy red dress, his eyes wide with appreciation. Then he sees me and breaks into a smile. "Hey, Ford," he says. "I didn't know you'd be here." His forehead creases and he looks at Andi. "Hi, Andi." "Hi." She's doing a really good job of hiding her discomfort. "Ford was nice enough to accompany me tonight." "Huh?" Trevor divides a still puzzled look between us. Then his gaze lingers on Andi. "You look really good." "Thanks." The smile is stilted. Haven blinks and also looks at Andi. "Congratulations on your nomination. I was so surprised when I saw your name." My jaw tightens. I'm ready to deck this lady. I would never hit a lady, just so you know. "Thank you," Andi says. "And congrats to you as well." Wait, they're both nominated? For the same award? I try to keep a poker face. Why didn't Andi tell me that? Haven gives a light laugh. "Thanks. We're really pumped about it." A few more people join us, and soon there's a small group around us chatting. They're all talking business, so I don't have much to say, but that's okay. I'm not one to fade into the background, but I can handle it for a little while. I keep an eye on Andi and Trevor to make sure she's okay. Her smile is bright and brittle, and I can tell she's putting on an act. That conversation we had earlier went deeper than I expected. I was trying to ease her nerves, but she's easy to talk to. I've never hidden my weirdness from her, since we're just friends. And I like it that she seems to like me, even though she knows how weird I am.
Chapter 4. Andi. As a server places a plate in front of Ford, he reaches into an inside pocket of his suit jacket and pulls out a small package. I watch as he unwraps a set of eating utensils, knife, fork, spoon, and sets them on his plate. I blink, but say nothing, picking up my own fork to dig into my salad. I'm just happy he's here. My insides are writhing with jealousy and nerves. She's pregnant. It's bad enough that I have to face my ex with his new girlfriend, and that she's nominated for the same award I am. But she's pregnant? Sweet baby Jesus and his tiny toes. Trevor never wanted kids. Neither did I. He was focused on his baseball career, and I was focused on my job, focused on supporting us while he followed his dream. But this kind of hurts. I feel like I'm eating and talking and smiling in a fog. I can't stop thinking about Haven's cute pregnant belly, how they're going to be a family, how I'm alone. And she was a bitch to me. I have to win this award. I will probably die if I don't. Okay, that's a bit hyperbolic. Or maybe not. What's wrong? Ford asks in a low voice near my ear. What? Nothing. Why? You made a noise? Like a growl? I press my lips together. Oops. I'm fine. I wanted to smack her too. I jerk my head around. His eyes are warm with compassion. Is Haven nominated for the same award as you? Yes. Sucks for her. I can't stop the smile tugging at my lips. I appreciate the support. Did you know she's pregnant? He asks in a low voice. I shake my head, looking at my plate, my throat full of sand. No. He curses under his breath. I'm sorry. I blink rapidly and smile. It's okay. It's not like I wanted kids. I thought Trevor didn't either, but, well. After our salad, we're served a New York strip steak with peppercorn cream sauce, and then a chocolate brownie with fresh fruit. It's all delicious, but the knots in my stomach are growing tighter as we get closer to the awards part of the evening. My self-esteem has taken a beating the last few years, with my husband dumping me for another woman, a woman I considered a work friend, then leaving my secure, high-paying job to start my own business, to basically start over. And she's pregnant. I really want to win tonight. I need to win at something, which means I'm going to be crushed when it doesn't happen. I wind my fingers together in my lap and look down at them. Ford bumps my shoulder with his. Are you going to eat your dessert? I glance at him. Yes. No. You can have it. He takes my plate and finishes off the brownie while I fret over watching Haven win the award, imagining Trevor's enjoyment and her gloating. So what if she does? It doesn't really matter. I'll be fine. I keep telling myself that. By the time speeches and awards start, I've accepted that Haven is going to win, and that's okay because I'm my own boss now. I have a great new life as a single woman, and I'm here with a hot professional athlete. There's always something positive. So when my name is called, I blink in confusion. Did I hear that right? I turn to Ford, who's smiling broadly. I'm afraid to stand up in case I've made a terrible mistake and I'll humiliate myself. Ford takes my hand and pulls me to standing. Congratulations, he says in my ear. Get up there. Still blinking, mouth open, I make my way through the tables to the dais, trying not to stumble. The presenter, a man I vaguely know through networking functions, smiles and nods at me. I guess it's for real? I'm not up here stealing Haven's award? Still forcing a smile, I try to get my shit together as I speak into the microphone. Oh wow, this is really unexpected. Holy shit. That gets me a big laugh, and heat floods up into my face. Damn it, I have no idea what to say. I break out in a sweat as I search for words. I'm grateful for this because it comes from my peers, I stammer out. I know all of the nominees personally, and they are all incredible at what they do. I'm calming down a little, and I smile and make eye contact with a few people. So it really means a lot to me. And I want to thank all the other nominees for the work you do to inspire and motivate. And thank you especially to Haven for all that you taught me in our years working together. Yeah, I can be the bigger person. I straighten my shoulders and thank other people, my former bosses, mentors, and friends who've supported me. And despite economic concerns, there are so many reasons to be optimistic that business will improve. I return to the table holding my small crystal trophy, determined not to look at Haven and Trevor. Now the adrenaline is flowing, and I practically float through the room, beaming and accepting congratulations from the others at our table. The room is a blur around me. Ford stands as I arrive beside him, and I exuberantly throw my arms around him. His hands close on my hips, sending a dart of heat to my belly, which I ignore. I just fucked that up, I say. He chuckles. You did great, Marsh. Congratulations again. And he slides his arms around me, pulls me against him, and gives me a gentle squeeze that makes my skin tingle everywhere. It's a normal physical reaction. He has an amazing body, exuding heat and energy and masculinity, and he smells incredible. And I'm high enough from my win that I just go with it. I'm about to take my seat when Haven appears. Andi, she says tightly. My first reaction is to smile, assuming she's here to congratulate me. I can't believe you won, she says. I blink, sensing Ford's body tense next to me. But you only won because you stole Mirabella Cosmetics from me, she snaps, leaning in. That was dirty. You don't deserve that award. I actually gasp out loud. What? Ford slowly stands, scowling at Haven, waves of fury emanating from him. "Excuse me?" She glances at him and actually takes a step back, seeing the look on his face from his 6'4" height. But she doesn't back down. "You heard me. She's a fake. She cheats. She went behind my back and stole a client away from me." "I did not." Outrage heats my veins, and I stand too, facing her. "That is a lie. You take that back." "I will not." Her eyes narrow. "Losing that client cost me at Design Edge, and it was because of you. That was your plan all along." "You're—" I stop and slide my gaze around, taking in the people around us watching. I lower my voice. "This is not the place for this discussion." It's not a discussion, though. She's lost her mind. "Walk away," Ford says softly, staring her down. He slides an arm around my waist in a protective gesture, pulling me to his side and slightly behind him, as if Haven's going to punch me or something. "Andi did not do that. Just leave." Haven's face floods with color, and she glares at him, then at me, and she moves toward me. Instinctively, I take a step toward her too. "Oh, hell no." Ford pushes me behind him, putting himself between me and Haven. "Don't even think of touching her," he growls. His protective presence obviously deters her. Others at our table have stood, sensing an impending bitch battle or something. Much as I'd like to, I can't fight with a pregnant woman. Haven presses her lips together, her face in rigid lines, then pivots on a heel and marches away. Suddenly, I'm trembling, leaning against Ford's back. Oh, dear God. He turns and steadies me with those big hands. "Are you okay?" I swallow. "I think so." "What is her problem?" he rumbles. "Jesus." I think she's jealous." "Yeah, I'd say so." He rubs my back in gentle circles that both comfort me and send sparks down my spine. "What the fuck?" "Thank you." I draw back from him, gathering my composure. I glance around. "Thanks for standing up for me." "Of course, she's a loon." "That was not cool," the woman next to me says. "Wow. Unprofessional," her partner says, frowning. "I think I'd like to leave now." I gaze up at Ford. "Yeah, let's get out of here." I grab my little purse and my trophy, holding myself together long enough to say goodnight to the others sitting with us. Then Ford leads us out of the room, down to the ground floor, and out into the city night. The sun has set and the lights of Manhattan glitter and sparkle around us. I pause. I don't know which direction to go. "Should we get an Uber?" Ford asks. "I need a drink. Let's walk." I stalk along the sidewalk toward West 46th. Ford falls into step with me. "You okay in those heels?" My feet are killing me, I admit, but I'll make it. There are lots of restaurants on this street just up ahead. We pause at one of the first we come to, an Italian place with a tiny patio in front. Miraculously, there is an empty table, and we are quickly seated there. I pick up a cocktail menu and study it. "Are you warm enough?" Ford asks. I realize I shivered in the evening breeze. I'm fine. He shakes his head and takes off his suit jacket, moving around to drape it over my shoulders. His warmth and scent, like warm leather and spice, envelop me, and for a moment, I feel a wee bit dizzy. I resist the urge to drop my chin and press my nose into the lapel to breathe in more. "Thank you." He sits back in his chair and loosens his tie, all smooth and sophisticated in his expensive clothes, a contrast to the sweaty, half-naked guy doing martial arts or the athlete on the ice. Or even the automaton he appears to be at home, all regimented and organized. A waiter appears, and I order a dirty martini. Ford gets a beer. "So?" he says. "Did you steal her client?" "No!" His lips twitch, and I see he's teasing. "I didn't steal them," I say more calmly. "They were a client I worked with at Design Edge. We had a good working relationship. When I left Design Edge, they had a couple of months left on their contract, and they decided not to sign with them again and came to me. But I had no idea they were going to do that." He nods. "Some of the people at Design Edge were upset about it," I continue, "especially Haven, who took over their account when I left. The thing is, Haven's good at what she does. Mirabella just preferred working with me. But she doesn't need to feel jealous of me." "You're too nice to her." "Probably," I say with a glum smile. "Thanks for defending me." "She was way out of line. For a minute, I thought I was going to have to break up a cat fight." I snort laugh. "You almost were. The only reason I stopped you is because she's pregnant and you were going to take her down." Amusement shades his voice. "I thought hockey players like fights." He grins. "I'm a goalie." "So goalies never fight?" Rarely." Intrigued, I lean forward. "Have you gotten in a fight?" "Maybe a few times." My mouth drops open and a little laugh escapes me. "Seriously?" He gives me a look with a crooked smile. "I have a bit of a temper." I tilt my head. "I've never seen that." "Mostly when I see something unfair." He pauses. "That sparks my temper. Like, what's her name, blaming you for losing a client." Tonight was the most emotional I've ever seen him. No, wait. He had seethed a bit when he found out Trev had left me for another woman. So there are things that rile him up. "So you fight in hockey when something's not fair?" He rubs his chin. "I guess. One time this player for the Bears, Jake Coleman, kept skating through my crease, kept bumping me. He was pissing me off, and I told him if he touched me again, he would, eat my hockey stick." A laugh bursts from my lips. "And he did?" "Yeah. So he had it coming. I warned him." "Did you get a penalty?" "Oh, hell yeah." "Was that the only fight?" "No." Our drinks arrive, and I pick up my martini to take a swallow. It heats my mouth and warms me all the way down to my esophagus. When the server has gone, I say, "Okay, tell me." He shakes his head, a smile playing on his lips. "There were actually a few times when I was a kid, but the other time as a pro, I wasn't the only one who got in the fight. One of the other team's guys cross-checked Shazi